Hard drives. They are everywhere. In our desktops, laptops, and even on your phone. They drive the world around us, responsible for disasters all over the world, viruses, bad memes, depressing vines, data loss, slowdowns, and more terrible disasters. What are hard drives? How do they work? Dr. Alfonso with a P wants to know more about these mysterious devices. He believes that there is more to them than what meets the eye. He's going to Mr. Raymond's Hard Drive Research Center to dig deeper into this device.
Good morning, Sir Pickles. How are you doing today? That's very good. So, I need to know more about hard drives. Can you tell me exactly what they are?
Sure, so basically a hard drive is similar to your brain. It can save any data that you choose and bring it back anytime you need it.
Wow, very cool. I'm Dr. Alfonso, and I'm here at Mr. Raymond's Hard Drive Research Laboratory, and I'm going to test a hard drive. I want to see if I can actually record data to this device. Inside this box is an actual hard drive, a real hard drive. And on this monitor, I can see what is on that actual real hard drive. As you can see, nothing is there. I'm gonna see if I can actually record data to it. So, Sir Pickles, I just press save.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Okay, here goes. And it's saved to the hard drive forever until you delete it. Hello, Dr. Potatoes.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
So I heard you wanted to hear about hard drives.
I did. Thank you for having me. What can you tell me about how hard drives really work?
Well, first of all, you have to realize that when a hard drive reads and writes data, it happens very, very fast, and everything in it is very, very small. It happens between this actuator arm and this silver platter right here.
It almost looks as if it is touching it.
Actually, it's not. The space between them is equal to about the width of 2 strands of DNA.
Incredible!
Now this is where the interesting part comes. On each of the silver platters, there is actually a microscopic magnetic layer on top. This layer is divided into tiny little parts called bits. Each of these bits has a certain magnetic polarity, positive or negative. This creates a sequence of zeros and ones that a magnetic reader can pick up and process as binary code. That is how a hard drive reads data. So when data is written to the hard drive, the platter is spinning at approximately 5,400 revolutions per minute. Each time the platter spins around, the actuator arm moves back and forth, like this, like that, across it. On the end of the actuator arm, there is actually an electromagnet. This magnet is strong enough to change the magnetic polarity of the billions of tiny bits. All of this happens very, very fast and is very, very tiny. It is quite interesting. And it all happens in the palm of your hand.
So are you saying that there's more to hard drives than just bad memes?
You could say that. They actually hold all of the data on your computer and phone. It needs it to turn on. Without them, all of the other parts are useless.
This is amazing. Thank you for your time. So now we know that hard drives are not just for bad memes. We know how they can read and write data. It is truly incredible. But to find where and when this incredible device originated, I am visiting a historian. He will have all my answers to the beginning and origins of the hard drive. So here we are at the Hard Drive History Research Center. Let's see what I can find out.
I've been expecting you, Dr. Alfonso with the P.
Well, that's... How did you know I was coming?
So, you want to know about the history of hard drives?
Yes. Actually, how did you know?
Well, you've come to the right place. Hard drives are not always hand-sized, high-capacity devices that that they are today. They started out in the early 70s when the IBM 305 debuted. This was a monstrous machine with 12 huge platter cased inside of a 5x5 by 2 feet wide box. This beast of a machine could hold a whopping 5 million bytes or 5 MB of data. This was not a practical machine and was only used by big businesses. Then there was the IBM 3380, which could just a bit more, but was still roughly the same size. This had removable disks that different people would take out and put back, and when people needed to read or write data to them after many years of engineering and research, hard drives began to shrink. Finally, in 1980, the first practical hard drive was invented. The 5.25-inch hard drive made by Seagate was actually practical to use except for the $1,500 price tag. Everything went downhill from there. They continued to get smaller and smaller until around 1990s when the 2.5-inch hard drive began to get used. And that is what we still use today.
Fascinating. Now
Hush, hush now, human. I must be going now.
So now we know the science behind hard drives. They read and write data with tiny parts.